Welcome to another episode of True Show. My name is Nick Gelfand.
And I'm Leslie Lambert.
You can find us on TrueShow.com, on Twitter on True Show. Just Google True Show, you'll find us.
TREW Show. That's us.
So our first topic today is the one thing that always comes up with a lot of buyers that we see is the school systems.
Yes.
And thank you to the folks at education.com. They've developed a brand new tool. It's called School Finder. And if you go to education.com, you can literally find, you can view the school district boundaries, the level of the school. And it's just a fantastic tool that just finally is making our life a little bit easier.
That's excellent, because a lot of towns don't have a map available. And so, for example, I live in Westfield. If I want to know which school, a house, what district this property's in, I've got to call the superintendent's office each time, unless I already know. But, if I'm not sure and it's on a border, I've got to call him every time. So this is wonderful. Big time saver.
So essentially you would just go to education.com, School Finder, you would type in your address, and it would tell you not only what schools you would belong to, it would just tell you a little bit about them as well.
And you said that there's a widget for blogs too, so I'm going to be adding that to my blog because that's just super.
Absolutely. It's a fantastic tool, and we're excited. It's going to make our lives easier, and certainly everybody's lives easier as long as people are aware of it. They'll be able to use it.
Yeah. So, Nick, social media's new sweetheart is Pinterest.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you're on Pinterest, but I love Pinterest. I'm big, it's like super addictive, but I've monitored myself now down to just letting myself go on after my work is done, because I could get lost in there all day.
Yeah, I mean, Pinterest is certainly a sensation. Some facts about it is in January 2012, ComScore reported that the site had 11.7 million unique users, making it the fastest site in history to break through 10 million unique users visitor mark. Alexa ranks it the 68th top site. For those of you who want to know what the top 5 are, it's Google, Facebook, YouTube, Yahoo, and a Chinese search engine called Baidu is actually the 5th international site. The one interesting fact I found, and I guess it confirms the fact that I don't use Pinterest, but you do, is that 97% of the site's Facebook likes are being made by females. So you can deduce by that fact that the majority of the users are females.
Now, probably so, although I do see a lot of men on there using it for it. I mean, it can be a pin board of whatever interests you. So it could be a fishing board, or it could be cars that you like, or whatever. But the thing that struck me about it when I first got on there from a real estate point of view is that it's so visual. And I think that's part of why it's taking off. It's a very simple format, and it's very clean and visual. So what I did was I thought, what's the thing that you need the most help with before you put your house on the market, which is staging your home. Everybody wants to know, what colors should I paint? Should I change the furniture? What should I do to make the house look better for showings? So I actually created a pin board of staging suggestions, right down to the refrigerator. So, you can take a look at that for some inspiration for decorating ideas. It's a really interesting site.
I mean, certainly even after you buy a home, or during the purchasing process, you may want to use the same staging ideas as well, because once you pick your house out, you may have some ideas about what to do with it, and this is kind of a fantastic tool where you can take information you gather and have it all in one place in a very visual setting, like you said.
Absolutely. So follow me on Pinterest. Take a look at my staging tips if you're curious how a house should look when it hits the market.
Don't follow me on Pinterest. I'm not there yet. Well, we're in March. We got the spring market approaching. Yeah. Leslie, what do you think about the spring market?
Well, the question people always ask starting now is, when should I put my house on the market? Should I put it on the market now, or should I wait till April? And my opinion is you should put it on the market when you're ready, but primarily. But this year, the winter's been so mild that I think the spring market already started. I don't know, how do you feel about it?
I actually would agree. I mean, this year we had very little snow. Buyers are out there. It tends to be actually, I would say, hotter than in years past. Certainly hotter than last year, when right now we probably had 15 inches of snow on the ground that we're trekking through when we're looking at houses.
Yeah.
Certainly we have a little bit of snow, but not a tremendous amount at all.
Yeah. So, my opinion for this year anyway is now's great. I mean, if traditionally people are waiting until April to put their house on the market and you're ready to go now, then now would be wonderful because you're going to beat out, the congestion. Because, when everybody hits the market at once, you've got more competition. So, if your house is ready to show, I would say do it now and try to jump the competition because the buyers are out there.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a supply and demand thing, and if the supply is a little bit lower right now because others are waiting, it's certainly, and the demand, is, we think is there.
Yeah.
It might not be a bad idea, especially if your house is ready. And, statistically, if we look at last year's stats, you're looking at something about like 4 months marketing time.
Yeah.
So the earlier you get started with it, the sooner you are to that, to that ultimate sale.
Absolutely. So thank you. This has been The True Show. I'm Leslie Lambert.
And I'm Nick Gelfand. Thanks for being with us.